Assalamualaikum and greetings to you all. This is Sabina Victor. Today I'm going to present another interesting and important session titled Developing Students' Critical Thinking Skills. The 21st century classrooms lay emphasis on building students' critical thinking skills. It becomes imperative for teachers to incorporate such activities which can develop critical thinking skills of students and put an end to the system of rote learning or memorization. Now, next I come to is the definition of critical thinking. Now, critical thinking is the ability to analyze information effectively and then form a judgment. To think critically, one must be aware of one's biasness and assumptions when encountering information and apply consistent standards when evaluating sources. Critical thinking skills help you to identify credible and trustworthy sources. There are 7 steps to critical thinking process. Number 1, identify the problem. Number 2, research. Number 3, determine the data for relevance. Number 4 is ask questions. Number 5, identify the best solutions. Number 6, present your solution. Number 7 is analyze your decision. Now, when students develop critical thinking skills, they gain various benefits, including improved learning abilities and compassion for the perspective of others. A person with a strong critical thinking will challenge the given information and dismiss any unworthy or unscientific logic and scrutinize the information sources. Now, it is precious for students because it allows them to write essays, theses, and assignments, etc., without social and personal prejudice. Now, I have an important question for you all, and I want you to write your responses in the YouTube comments. How does critical thinking skills help students in their careers and personal lives? Now, I'm sharing some points with you in the next slide, and here those 11 points are. Number 1, the key to career success. Now, many career paths require critical thinking. Not only scientists, but doctors, teachers, media professionals, engineers, accountants, and analysts must use critical thinking in their jobs. Critical thinking is among the most relevant skill which one must possess, and it helps people to think out of the box, resolve issues with creative solutions, and plan wisely. Number 2, enhances creativity and curiosity. Now, critical thinkers are always curious about everything and possess diverse interest. Now, critical thinking requires asking questions, wanting to learn about who, why, who, what, when, and where, that can help in making sense of a situation and idea. They are incredible creative thinkers who see themselves having endless potential. Critical thinkers always look for ways to improve, which is important at workplace. Number 3, enhances research skills. Now, critical thinking helps you to improve your research skills by observing, analyzing, synthesizing, and conducting detailed experiments or case studies with effective results. Number 4, alleviates autonomous learning. Now, if we think deeply, we believe more independently because we trust ourselves more. Critical thinking is essential for empowering learners to make choices and develop views. Now, next point is be a good communicator. Now, being a critical thinker can help you to understand perspectives or opinions of others and become more open-minded to different points of view. You learn how to communicate your feelings. Number 6 is solve problems. Now, problem solving is a basic reflex for those who have the ability to think critically. Critical thinkers are attentive and dedicated. As Albert Einstein said, and I quote, "It's not that I am so intelligent, it is just I stay with issues longer," unquote. Critical thinkers with problem-solving skills enables them to excel in classroom and later in their jobs. Number 7, make sense of information. Now, being a critical thinker means dealing with data more seriously. You would learn how to evaluate information, and it will help you to separate important information from irrelevant ones. Number 8, make decisions. Now, there is no denying that critical thinkers make the best decisions, and I completely agree with that. Now, critical thinking helps us to cope up with daily issues. It teaches us to think for ourselves and to trust our instinct. This helps you in your career and life in general. Number 9, helps in analyzing arguments. Now, analyzing arguments is not an easy task to hone or develop. But when you think critically, you are open minded and you see things from more than one perspective, which helps you to analyze the argument better than the rest. Number 10, make students ask the right questions. Now, another excellent way to improve critical thinking is to ask many questions as possible. This means a student is taking interest in your class and the lesson is being taught. Now, when a person develops the practice of asking questions, it improves their knowledge about the subject or topic, and it enhances a student's ability to analyze solutions. And last but not the least, students learn to think out of the box. Now, critical thinking skills make students possess a wide set of ideas. They like to think out of the box in challenging situations. It helps them to think faster. Now, there are some barriers to critical thinking, and it is a sad state of affairs that despite being, we emphasize so much on 21st century learning pedagogies and also professional development of teachers, it is sad that there are some areas in the education sector of Pakistan, even examination boards such as our local boards, example, the Karachi Board of Secondary Education and Intermediate Board, which, still believe in students, cramming, rote learning information, and then filling pages and pages and pages, just to secure good marks. The whole, the thing that is that the students actually are not motivated to understand concepts, to apply their understanding on paper, or to share their what they have understood from those concepts in their own words. You see, if our students are motivated by the teachers to write their own answers, to share what they have understood from the text in their own words, this shows that the child is somewhat, going towards that critical thinking skills. They are developing those critical thinking skills. And the thing is this, that the teachers themselves, they do not know what are those techniques which can help develop the students' critical thinking skills. So you see, being teachers and educators, it is our duty to make sure that to practice such pedagogies or teaching strategies which can help develop students' potential and which can bring out their hidden talents. Always remember that students, they are not blank slates. They possess, prior knowledge. And once that prior knowledge meets with the new knowledge, they can come up with wonderful answers in exams. And I'm glad to see that examination boards such as the Aga Khan board, Cambridge and IB system, they encourage, such students to write their own answers, or what we call it conceptual learning. All right. So let's move now to the next slide. Now, there are some strategies for developing the critical thinking skills in students. And those techniques are questioning techniques, problem-based learning, and project-based learning. Now, there is a vast difference between the two approaches. Now, in problem-based learning, in the lesson, the students have to simply develop a solution to a problem. Whereas in project-based learning, students have to apply the ideas and knowledge to complete an entire project. All right. Now, the next strategies are discussions and debates, case studies, role plays, brainstorming sessions, and usage of digital tools such as Padlet, Kahoot, and virtual reality. Now, I am going to guide you on how you can develop the critical thinking skills of students by using games. Now, you see, when you use games in your teaching in the classroom, it motivates students to then, to use their own thinking, all right, to think beyond the textbook. And at the same time, it also makes learning fun. It reduces boredom. Students are motivated then to share, their own ideas, their own, what they have understood. All right. And games actually help to develop the students' critical thinking skills. All right, so let's discover what are those games. And the games which I have brought for you all is by Mental Up. You can download Mental Up app in your cell phone from Google Play Store. All right, so let me show you this game Mental Up, and I hope to see you using it in your classrooms. Now, this is the Mental Up game, which is meant for enhancing the critical thinking skills of students. And you can see I have used the first level, that is for kids. And there is also a level for adults, and I'll show you in a while. Okay. So this is easily available even on Google search engine. All you have to type is Mental Up and it will show you in your in the search engine Mental Up. Okay. So you can see there is a variety of games which you can, encourage your students to play. Let's first try the puzzle critical thinking game. Now, remember, dear teachers and educators, these games come with a timer. Okay, you have less time, but you have to complete the task in less time. It is actually testing your reasoning, your understanding, and what logic you apply to, bringing that to solving that game in just, I think, a few seconds. Okay, so let's play. It's opening in a while. All right. So here we are with the first game. It's opening up. Sorry, the internet is slightly slow towards my side, but it's opening up. All right, here it is. You can see the timer here, and you can even earn something. I mean, a reward. It's a reward. All right. So now you have to complete the shape. All right, so I'm completing the shape quickly. All right. So you see, I completed the task within the required time and I have got instant results also for my performance. All right. So let's show you another game by Mental Up. Okay, so I'm taking this collaboration game. And you can see the time is less and there is a reward for it. So now I have to choose two numbers which will give me the total 10. All right, so 8 plus 2. All right, then is 9 plus 1. Okay, then is again 8 plus 2. Then is 7 plus 3. Then is 6 plus 4. Then is 5 plus 5. Then is 7 plus 3. Then is 8 plus 2. Then again 8 plus 2. Then is 5 plus 5. Then is 8 plus 2. Then is again 8 plus. Okay, time is up. Let's see what results I have got. So I'm waiting for the results. Oops, sorry. Okay, so this is the result for my performance. Again, I have done pretty well. All right. So let's go now to the game for adults. All right. So this is now the level of mental up for adults. All right. So let's see what games now adults can play to enhance their critical thinking skills. So I'm playing this cube logic. And this too also comes with limited time and a reward. So now I have to guess the number of blocks. Okay, so this will bring me, oops, it is 6. Okay, this is 5. This is 6. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oops. Okay. Trying to solve it quickly. And in that attempt, I'm getting many wrong. But doesn't matter. I learn. Oops. So I think it's average performance. Okay, it's a good performance. Okay. So I have done pretty well for myself. Okay. So that's something very encouraging. So you see the results, you get instant results, okay, for your performance. So let's move to another game. And you can also play over here. This is another logical game which you can play. This is remember the cards. You have to memorize the cards and then those cards will keep coming in front of you. You will have to guess the right cards. All right, chair. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. This chair. And it was this. Oops, I got that wrong. It was that house. It was this design. And this. Okay. So let's see now my result. Okay, I've done pretty well. So that is a good way to encourage me to play more of mental up games. All right. So you see, dear teachers and educators, uh, do try to use mental up games in your classroom. And these games will also motivate you and your students, in enhancing your critical thinking skills. All right. So So this brings my entire presentation to an end. I hope you liked it. And I apologize for the slow internet connection, but I tried my level best to show you the required mental up games, which you can incorporate in your teaching and in your classrooms. All right. And believe me or not, teachers, your students will be motivated and will also take more interest in participating in classroom activities. And they would love to, wait anxiously and excitedly for your class. All right. So I hope uh, you find this presentation beneficial and take good care of yourselves and see you in the next presentation. Which is going to be held on Saturday, and that is related to online safety tips. All right. So take good care of yourselves, dear teachers and educators. Allah Hafiz and goodbye.